Welcome back to the unboxing video. Today we're looking at the Telesin smartphone magnetic neck holder. This is essentially a phone mount for your neck that allows you to record videos hands-free or have your phone up. Okay, so in the box we have this. We have the mount itself with a little holder for your phone, I guess. We have instruction manual, little wipe, and then the magnetic ring if your phone does not have that capability. So the item itself is actually pretty straightforward. Like I mentioned before, it's a neck mount, so you wear this like a necklace around your neck, which is where a neck mount would go. And then this ring right here is magnetic and would go ahead and attach to iPhones that have MagSafe or whatever is attached to this right here. So I'll go ahead and attach this first. You can see here, magnetically attaches, and it's pretty strong too. You gotta really pry it off. Or if you have an iPhone, I believe 12 and up, goes ahead and attaches right there. And you can go ahead and rotate it however you want. So let's look at the mount itself. You have 3 angles to pivot it from. You have a joint here at the base where you can kind of flex up and down. You have a joint above that where you can adjust more angles, and you have the joint up here. The one at top, this is pretty much as far as it goes, but if you want to point it down more, you can. And if you want to change the angle, you can go ahead and do it with the other joints. The joints do feel really good quality. It's kind of hard to move. I guess that's what you want in something. You don't want it to be too easy to move. That way when you're standing around, it might just move on its own. The neck brace seems pretty comfortable. It's like this rubber material, but inside is wiry. So it'll flex to whatever position you're in. And then this part right here rests on your chest. Nice and little paddy. It's rubber, so it probably won't hurt too much on your chest. And then you have a little button here to release. You click this, you can take this off, put it around your neck, and then when you want to put it back in, you just slip it and it clicks back in. I don't think that this piece right here comes off. I know the previous model had one that did come off, but I think that is pretty stuck in there. I can't take it off. So you saw on a bare phone, this will work like that. But what about through a case? Now I put cases on all my phones. Let's see how strong it is through this phone. It's actually still fairly strong. I'm shaking it and it's really not moving. If you want to make it stronger, you could probably just go ahead. I'm assuming what they want you to do is attach this to the outside of your case. But what if you have a really cool case and you don't want to do that? Maybe you can just drop it on the inside. Put it on the inside, lay your phone inside the case. It's a little bulky, but it is what it is. And then it's honestly about the same. So if you're gonna do it on a thin case, I would say there's no point. The magnetic connection between the iPhone and this is pretty strong already. If you want a stronger one, you could just get this or any other MagSafe magnet you can get off Amazon or whatever. You can go ahead and put that on there too, but pretty strong, not coming off. Now let's go ahead and record from this mount and see what it looks like. Now we are recording from the mount itself. This is a little setup I had right here, but you can see apart from it moving when I move, you have a pretty good viewing angle. You can go ahead and change things too if you want, depending on your iPhone. You can go really far out if you want to, but pretty nice. You get your hands in the frame, and I am using my iPhone 12 Pro Max with a case on it. Actually, let me just switch and you'll see. This is what I was using the iPhone. Again, another case, but it still goes through the case and the MagSafe on the actual phone still works. Now, let's say you don't have an iPhone, you have something else. I have a Pixel here, so this one does not have the MagSafe magnet built in. Go ahead and use the magnetic accessory, take the film off, and just apply it to the back of your case, and you're good to go. Let me show you from a different perspective what this looks like. So again, to take it off, you hit this button right here. This side comes loose. Go ahead and put it around your neck, and I think version 1 was a little hard to put in. This one's pretty simple. You just line it up, click it down, and it's in. And then from here, it's kind of personal preference how you want it angled, where you want it to sit, but it sits very comfortably. You can have it go wider if you want it higher up, or you can put it lower. It's really whatever your comfort level is. And then you have the mount right here, and you just plop it right there. And honestly, if you want to just kind of lay down and have a lazy way to look at something while you're playing games, it would work for that too. Yeah, from here, you can go ahead and pick whatever angles you want to show your perspective. This is my perspective right now that you'll see from this camera to you guys. But if I want to angle it down or whatever, I can do that too. Now let's actually go out and just do some activities and see what the perspective looks like. I have heard that the stabilization isn't the best on this thing, just because phone stabilization isn't the same as an action camera. So a lot of people recommend doing stationary activities. We'll give it a test. We'll walk around, see how it looks, and report back here. So the Telesin Neck Mount, overall, I'm pretty interested in what this thing can be used for at the price that it comes at. I'll go ahead and put this on. I have a mic now, so it's not gonna sound as bad. So I took some clips of me going out, and this thing is really great for POV shots if that's something that you're doing. If you're a content creator or someone who wants to capture things and you have a smartphone to do so, or you live stream or whatever, you can go vertical for shorts, you can go horizontal. It's just very convenient. Putting it on is fairly easy. You have an arrow here that you match up with the arrow in here. It only goes in one way, so you can't really mess this up. And from here, you have pretty good angles to work with in terms of how you're adjusting things. And I found no issue at all. One thing that you might want to be aware of is if your phone is not the most up to date with its camera technology, it doesn't have the stabilization, you walking will jostle this and move it around. So you could probably just get like another elastic band and kind of secure it around your chest if you want it to be flush to your chest, or you can hold it down if you want, but that kind of defeats the purpose of using both hands. The other option you can do is just fix it in post and stabilize it from there. One thing I noticed while I was out using this is it doesn't have to stay around my neck. It's very malleable, very flexible, so you can just use this as like a selfie stick too, depending on how heavy your device is. But like if I'm here, well, if I like tip it down, yeah, it's gonna be a little sad boy. But if I kind of prop it up and play with these angles a little bit, I'm able to actually hold this here. Let's say I want to get a higher view, I can bend it up and then do whatever. Lower view, same thing. I can kind of hit the angles that I want. You can even use it as like a little tripod, put it down on the table or fold it over itself. It's very malleable and it doesn't feel like you're gonna break this at all. This is very hard wiring underneath and very soft rubber on top. So build quality is great, and I think that this thing has way more use cases than just wearing it around your neck, even though that's probably the biggest one. I guess that's it. I don't really have too much else to say about the Telesin Neck Mount. I was gonna send them a message and see if they could send me one for review, but they only work with channels over 10,000 subs, so
We'll get there eventually. But yeah, I definitely recommend this. The previous model had some issues, I heard, but it didn't use this magnetic ring. It just used a normal phone clamp. I mean, this feels secure, especially when you put the actual ring on it. And you can order these rings off Amazon for fairly cheap, like I mentioned before, but this is, it's not going anywhere. Like, this is shaking more than this is. So would I recommend this? Yeah, I bought it for about $30, maybe a little less. It was on sale. I would definitely recommend this, even if you just want to get some shots. Like, I'll use this probably not for things like Steam Deck gameplay, but if I wanted to show you guys me typing on a computer for a shot, or me going somewhere, or let's say I'm at a retro game store and I'm looking around, this might be a little easier to do right here than holding my camera. And also, I think it still looks a little weird in public. Like, this isn't like the most normal thing to look at, but it's a little less in your face than someone doing this every time they're doing stuff. So there's that aspect. But if you're recording in public, you kind of got to get used to being awkward anyway. This is a really good item. I recommend it if you just want to mess around and have something. Maybe you go on vacation, you want to record things. I think it's a great item to have, and I would definitely recommend it. And I think I said that maybe 4 times already. If you like the video, drop a like. If you want to see more videos in the future, consider subscribing, or don't, but you should. Do it. No. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.